We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. Intentional, you high-class social climbers, play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. But I am not your servant of this most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, oh, Attention all you high-class social climbers, play your games. Meet the man that works the clock 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. I am not your servant of its most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good afternoon, Next Straight Music family. How is everybody doing today? I'm gonna have to turn that microphone up, aren't I? Either that or turn my headphones up. I'll turn the microphone up. All right. So I'm just gonna. Hey, Doodoo, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Trying yet a different camera setup today. Oh, come on, you. There we go. All right, good deal. All right, my chat box is working on the screen there. I've got one there as well on the tablet. I think I can see the chat from everywhere now. Everything looks slanted, like the room looks slanted, or I look slanted. Yeah, it's a perspective effect.
Um, I've got the camera sitting on my laptop. Is it making you dizzy? Is that is it is it causing psychological trauma? Psychological and or physiological trauma? Because I certainly don't want to inflict that on anybody. Oh, let's see. It's fine. Okay. I thought it was kind of an artsy, an artsy angle to try out, but I think it shows off the guitars in the background pretty well. You can still see me pretty good, and you can see, you know, me and what I'm doing pretty well. Is that coming through okay? Everything sounds very quiet all of the sudden compared to my other headphones that I had on. Maybe I'll turn up the output to my headphones here. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I don't know. And then there's this here. That looks fine. So the output's fine. So it's just me. Yeah, my headphones are up. Okay. I don't know why I can't just leave everything the same. Like, get everything set up the way that I know works well and just leave it that way. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. That's not how Nick rolls. All right. So anyway, here we are. It's a glorious, sunny Saturday afternoon on the California coast. It's kind of warm. That really doesn't. That's better. That's better. I think I just had my headphones turned down too much. I'm about to retire my Sony headphones completely. In favor of my Razer Blackhawk headset. The Sonys have served me well for many years, but they're not noise canceling, of course, and they don't have a volume control on them. And one of the ears is going out. I was noticing this morning. I was trying to listen to a mix, and it was just really quiet in my right ear no matter what I did. So I think they've pretty much given up the ghost. Anyway, from your point of view, because my headphone volume has nothing to do with the output to you, how does it sound to you? Because ultimately that's what really matters. You, the viewer. Maybe the slanted room thing is too distracting. Okay. Duty thinks it sounds okay, so we're gonna roll with it. Point this down just a little bit. Go back to a more standard angle. Point it down a little bit more. So we can see the guitar. All right, so today we are going to be working on Memphis, Tennessee by Chuck Berry. Are you familiar with this tune? If not, it's definitely one that you will be familiar with by the end of the session today. You should totally check it out. We're going way back in time now. We're going to 1959, so we're doing some early rock and roll today. And this is just a nice. It's gonna be an easy tune. It's upbeat. It's kind of a sad song, but it's the blues, and that's what early rock and roll was. It was just the blues, just a 12-bar blues basically. by Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry. Thought by many to be the inventor of rock and roll. But many people have claimed that. Check out Sister Rosetta Tharpe. I watched an incredible documentary about her, and I'm convinced that she actually invented rock and roll. Long distance information, get me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find a party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. 'Cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. To help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, about a half mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Help me information. Oh, hey. Bad Samu 08. Bad Samu 08. Yes, Chuck Berry. Memphis, Tennessee by Chuck Berry. This sounds good. Simos Samus. Welcome to the stream, my friends. You have stumbled upon the studio of Nick Straight. I'm Nick Straight, by the way. Welcome to my studio on the sunny California coast. It is a beautiful Saturday. You have just been greeted by my moderator and good friend, Adudu8. Let me tell you a little bit about what I do since you guys are here and we're just getting started. This is Random Jam Saturday, where I usually give you guys a vote earlier on in the week. Make sure you follow me here and follow me on Instagram as well so you can participate in polls and stuff like that. But anyway, so on Saturdays, sometimes I'll do a mini concert where I'll play my songs for you guys. And then sometimes on Saturdays, I'll do a day like this where I do a random oldies cover. Don't actually play covers as a general rule. I do make the exception on Saturdays, but I am a singer-songwriter. I'm actually recording my first solo album in real time here on Twitch. How about that? So it's like a community project. You guys are able to watch the entire process from start to finish of me crafting the first Nick Straight solo album. I was in a band for a long, long time. We were sort of semi-famous. But that band no longer exists. Thanks for the follow, Bad Samu08. Are we just going to call you Sam? Yes, I am a singer-songwriter. like I said, today I'm going to do a cover. This has been fun. This is going to be the third time that we've done a cover on Random Jam Saturday. And the thing that's different about this from other Twitch shows is I'm a one-man band. I play all the instruments. So you guys get to watch me from scratch recreate a famous or sometimes not so famous song from scratch. So if you guys hang around over the next couple of hours, you'll be able to watch the entire song from start to finish, all of the instruments. It's a lot of fun. And you guys are being, the audio that you're hearing is being pumped through all my studio equipment. So I like to remind everybody, if you've got good stereo headphones when you're listening on Nick Straight Music, wear them, because you get to hear exactly what I'm hearing. You get to hear the entire stereo spectrum and everything. It's very cool. So if you got some good headphones, plug them in now. But yes, I write songs. I've been a singer-songwriter for about 30 years. In June, it will be 30 years officially, because I got my first guitar and started writing my own tunes right away on my 8th birthday. So it'll be officially 30 years in just a couple of months. Can't believe it. Time flies when you're having fun. Anyway. Country Roads, I love that song. Yeah, maybe we'll do that on. I love that song too, man. Seriously. Maybe we'll do that. Oh, cool. I'm excited that you found the channel as well. Simo Samus. See, now what's happened here is I've got two new Nick Straight Music family members that showed up at the same time, that I feel like I could call you both Sam based on your handles. So, I guess one of you we could call Bad Sam, and the other one we could call Simo Sam? Or is it Seamus? Is it Seamus? Is it Simo Seamus? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. There's a lot of interaction here on Nick Straight Music. You guys, once you're here, you're my family, you're my friends. So I want to hear from all of you. I love talking with you guys. As much fun as it is for you guys to come and listen to the music, it's just as much fun for me to hang out with you guys and just chill and chat. So chat away, and I will chat right back. Samo. It's pronounced Samo. Samo. Did I say that right? So I'm going to call you Samo. And then our other friend, we can call Sam. Because I don't know that I want to refer to you as Bad Sam, because it's like, I don't really know you. You know, it's like I can't make that judgment call on your character yet. So you'll be Sam and you'll be Samo. Or Simo. Is it Simo? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Sam is good. Okay, cool. So we got Sam, and then thanks, Adudu. I hope this is truly being entertaining. So we've got Sam. And okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little game here where you help me with pronunciation. So style number 1 is going to be Samo. Style number 2 is going to be Simo. 1 or 2. Samo, Simo. Samo, Simo. Samo, Simo. Samo, Simo. Samo, Simo. You're up, and my baby girl called Dinosaur. Dinosaur. My baby girl called Dinosaur. Samus. That's from the name. You're up, called Dinosaur. Simo Samus. Simo. So I'm gonna go with Simo. Simo. right? Simo. While you confirm that it's Simo, let's do a test run of this song. Let's start it again. I'm gonna move my microphone to the actual recording track so we've got some reverb on it. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do a rehearsal run of the song, make sure that everything feels good and natural. Then I'll record what's called a guide track. And that is going to be the very first track that is laid down that we can then hang all the other instruments on. So the guide track does not always get used in the final cut, but it's just there as a guide to help us get everything else recorded. I'm going to turn the reverb down on my voice just a little bit because that seems awfully heavy. Very heavy. All right. Let's try this again. Okay. Help me information, get in touch with my... No, that's... See, this is why we rehearse it first. Long distance information, get me Memphis, Tennessee. Trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. So my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. But we were torn apart because the mom did not agree. We tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. The last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. Hurry home drops on her cheek that trickled from her eye. Marie's only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. Something like that. Maybe I need a stiffer pick. give that an answer. Do I support myself with music? Yes and no. It's been a wild year for performing artists. You know, with not having live venues to play. So, I totally agree with it, though. I totally agree with it. You know, we got to keep ourselves safe. I myself am a high-risk individual. I have diabetes. I don't want to get it. It would kill me. So I'm okay with that, but we've had to find other outlets this past year. So thank God I found Twitch. I am pre-pro here on Twitch. I have just one more of their metrics to hit before I become an affiliate and an official professional internet content creator. This is Jean-Luc, by the way. This is a Gresh 9240 Alligator resonator guitar. All my guitars have names. All my guitars have stories. I'm never satisfied with anything. So when I get a new guitar, I play it for a while, figure out what I don't like about it or how it could be better, and then I pull it apart. I completely pull it apart and I rebuild it as something new to my own specifications. Push on Twitch, absolutely. I've been loving it here. I'll tell you what, I never ever in my entire career would have ever thought of Twitch as being something that I could legitimately make a career out of. And, you know, I've only been doing this for, 3 or 4 months now, and it's been amazing. It has been like being on a rocket ship that has taken me all over the world, and I have met so many cool people. You guys included, of course. You're now part of that family. So we've created a really tight-knit community here at Nick Straight Music, and it's been a very cool place to hang out. I love having the support of all of you guys. You are so wonderful to me. I couldn't have asked for a better audience, and what's cool is I get to hang out with you guys every time. It's like, you know, I get the same audience, but we meet new people every time that we do our little Twitch adventure here. So it's awesome. The family just keeps on growing. And that's what it's all about. There are things that I like about Twitch better than doing it in person. Of course, I look forward to returning to, live stages. But I'm certainly not going to stop doing this. I could actually see this becoming... I could see this becoming actually my primary platform. So we're just going to keep pushing and see what happens with it. Do I like country? I have a complicated history with country music. As a general rule, I don't really like country. The problem with that is I'm a fantastic country guitar player. So, I'm not fantastic. I'm a good country guitar player. That seems to be where my guitar style has gravitated over the years. So, my own music that I make, I feel is very much like indie rock, but it's got this country flavor to it. Here, I can do something for you really quick. I need to set up a fan in this window because I'm dying. It's really hot. I'm going to put on my Be Right Back screen, And that will play one of my songs that's going to be on this album called Heading Towards the Morning. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's got a real like southern rock country feel to it, but it's indie rock. So have a listen to this. The song is 4 minutes long. I'll be right back, and I'll have a fan mounted. See, this is a fancy production that we have going on here at Nick Straight Music. See you guys in a minute. Love you.
Attention, all you high-class social climbers, play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning, and you can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. Well, I am not your servant of this most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning. You can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So anyway, that track is called Heading Towards the Morning, and that's going to be on the album. Let's see. Thank you, Simo. Simo. Thank you, Simo. I appreciate it. Let's see. Guitar riffs, pain. Am I on Spotify? I'm not on Spotify yet. There are legal considerations for that. That's the not super fun side of the business, but we'll get that all taken care of as the as the as the album progresses. Anyway, yes, on Thursday I record my own stuff. So I stream 3 times a week. I stream 3 times a week. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, always at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I very much like your music. When I can, well, you can always listen to it here, and then on my YouTube channel as well. After my streams are done, I upload everything to YouTube, and I am starting a new video series that I'm going to be uploading to YouTube now. I'm very busy with this. This whole Twitch thing has become a full-time job. I love it, but it is a full-time job. So I'm gonna start doing supercut videos of all of the like salient points of putting a song together, so you'll be able to hear the finished product, but you'll be able to see the actual video of the takes that are on the finished product. So it'll be like, instead of watching a 3-hour video and watching it all happen, you'll be able to watch a music video sized video. So make sure that you subscribe to me on YouTube as well, and that's really easy to find. If you're on your browser, just go to the About section in my profile there on Twitch and click the YouTube link, or it's just Google Nick Straight Music YouTube and it'll come right up. Or go to YouTube and type in Nick Straight Music. It'll come right up. I'm super easy to find. And again, if you haven't already, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. Instagram is where I keep in touch with you guys during the week and let you know what's going on, until Twitch comes up with some kind of messaging board that makes it easier for me to reach out to you guys. So anyway. Oh, did someone else show up? Hold on. Guitar Riffs Pain. Let's see. Thanks for the subscription, by the way. I just got the YouTube subscription. Thank you for that. Do I do song requests? I don't play a lot of. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate that. I don't play a lot of music that's not my own. I never have, really. I've always kind of just played my own music. I have select few covers that I play. Man, there is a case down there that is the sun has got it just right, and it's right on my face. Hold on. Terrible. That's a little better. It's not much better. It's a little better. So, I mean, you could always a case. It's a CD case. It's got Mech Warrior Vengeance in it. It's a video game from a very, very long time ago. I'm going to put something black on top of it that kind of mitigates that glare. Anyway, so... I mean, technically you could make a request, but the likelihood that I know the song or know how to play it is going to be very low, because I spend 99.9% of the time just playing my own music. You know, I haven't learned a whole lot of other stuff. You know, I go out of my way to learn songs sometimes that I really like, that I want to do like a professional cover of, like this, but anyway. I mean, no, there's no harm in asking, but like I said, I probably don't know. What's my favorite Queen song? Oh, jeez. What's my favorite Queen song? Killer Queen. Speaking of Queen, by the way, I just this week got a beautiful Vox Twin speaker cabinet, like a vintage one, that looks and sounds like it's out of the early 60s. That I am that you guys are going to hear me play through today when I put down the electric guitar part. So you're just kind of hearing the boring, acoustic rhythm part for this song right now. It's going to get wild and so much fun. So let's go ahead and record. Let's record a song. So I'm going to record just the guitar part right now. I'm not going to actually record vocals on this run. I'm going to just record the rhythm guitar. Da, da. Ah, you're a fan of Killer Queen as well, Adudu? Yeah, I love that song. She keeps a boy and a chandelier in a pretty cabinet. Yeah, I love Freddie Mercury. All right, anyway, let's record one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was cool. This is so country. Yeah, there was a lot of crossover because remember, this is 1959 now. Rock and roll is Been around for about 4 years or so, 4 or 5 years. And there's a lot of crossover between the blues, which eventually gave rise to country music. So the blues and country music, you know, it was kind of a fusion of those two things that kind of made rock and roll. So let's go ahead and lay a vocal down. God, this is still shining right in my eye. Ow, I got my thing caught on the thing down there. Okay, let's record a vocal. It is, in fact, a cover. This is by Chuck Berry. I was not around in 1959, believe it or not. I'm not that old. Not even close. Okay, here we go. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. So my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. But we were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. We tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. The last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. With hurry home drops on her cheek that trickled from her eye. Marie's only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, so that's the end of that, and I did spit directly into the mic there at the end, so let's listen to that and make sure. I don't only play my own songs, I mostly play my own songs. So the point I was trying to make was, you can certainly request a song. The likelihood that I'm going to know how to play it is extremely low because my repertoire of cover songs is very small compared to my catalog of music that I've written myself over the years. Anyway, I hope that clears that up. Okay, so, but I think earlier, was it you that suggested Take Me Home Country Roads? Because that's a great suggestion. I can kind of play that song. But that is definitely one that would be awesome to do on one of the Random Jam Saturdays in the future. So, let's see. Oh, it was Sam that Sam that suggested that. So what you can do is on my Twitch channel, again, in the About section, or if you're on the Twitch app, it's in the chat section, I have a suggestion box. So, and I read that all the time, and that's exactly what I put that there for, is if you guys have ideas for me, definitely put them down there, because that's a place where they're all saved. It's hard for me to go back through these videos and be like, what was it that Sino suggested that I played, or what was it that Sam suggested me to play. It's way easier if you put them in the suggestion box, because then they're all saved there, and I look at that stuff all the time. So yeah, I just put that up this last week just for that, because I'm really bad at remembering stuff. Let's see. Okay, I want to listen and see if that spit that I did into the microphone is as bad as I think it is. The last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. With hurry home drops on her cheek that trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. Please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis. Let me just re-record that last line. Split clips at cursor position. Yeah, I think it's just a little too much of a plosive. Even with a good pop screen, it can't catch all of those. So here we go. So I'm going to punch in right here and re-record just that last line. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. With hurry home drops on her cheek that trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, cool. All right, so that should be pretty seamless. Let's listen to it now. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. With hurry home drops on her cheek that trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. I think that'll do. I think that'll do. It's a very simple song. It's just 2 chords. Not a lot of words to it. There can be some confusion at the end as to what the song is about. It sounds like a guy who has, at first it sounds like, it's a guy who's looking for, who's trying to be contacted by like his girlfriend or something like that. But it turns out, we find out in the last line that it's his daughter. It's his daughter that's trying to get a hold of him, because his parents, her parents have, seemingly like got a divorce or something like that. So it's kind of a sad song, but again, it's a good song. It's a good song, but it's kind of sad. It's about a dad basically trying to find his daughter. It is sad when you say it out loud. It is. All right, so let me go ahead and save what we've got so far, and let's lay down a bass line. Okay. So let me switch over to the bass. I'm going to run that through my Vox head. So let's unplug this. Here we go, unplugging and replugging. Wait a minute, what have I done? Do I even need this? Do I even need this cable right now? Ugh. New toys. Okay, no. I'm gonna plug this into my base. I'm gonna put it on the floor for right now. And oh, this looks like a patch cable. And then I'm gonna plug this into the output jack from my Vox MV50 head, and I'm going to go direct into my. I really appreciate. By the way, I really appreciate the fact that you're bringing on Twitch such good music. Oh, thank you, Sam. I really appreciate that. That is my intention. I want to bring two things. I want to bring music and I want to bring love. That's what I'm all about. Music and love. And airplanes, but we'll talk about that later. All right, so let's plug this in here. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the base and put a bass line down. So we'll put Jean-Luc up for now. Come on now. Come on, get in there. There we go. All right. It's my wall of guitars. My wife and I just put those up, just put the wall hangers up last week. Oh. All right. And this is Thumper, by the way. This is one of the most killer basses you're ever going to hear. Built it myself, of course. Okay, so let's see if I can do this without blowing everything up. Hold on. That needs to be unplugged. Woohoo! I'm glad I unplugged that. Okay, that seems a little too loud. Well, I know you guys can't hear it yet, because I haven't turned on the output for that input yet. Oh, well, now nothing's happening. It was totally just working. What the heck is going on here? Turn the pad off. This is a Squier vintage modified precision bass with a jazz bass pickup included as well. I built the circuit for this thing. It's amazing. I've got independent volume and tone controls for each pickup and a selector switch that allows me to isolate the pickups so that there's no bleed over of any kind, or I can select them both and run them both together. Don't know if you guys know about guitars or not, but this one does those things. Oh, and it sounds so good through that Vox. Oh. All right, so let's mess around with some bass lines and see what we can do. See what we can do here. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. 'Cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Just a happy little bass line. I dig it. Yeah. Okay. We can do that. This is just another playthrough. I'm not recording it. Just testing the water out. See ya, Sam. Thanks for stopping by. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. 'Cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. With her, I think that's perfect. This is going splendidly. Let me turn those down. Let's see. Let's take a quick look at the chat box. Simo's still with us. It's me, Simus, and a doo-doo. The dream team. Okay. Let's record it. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. 'Cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye, with hurry home drops on her cheek that trickled from her eye. Dang it. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. So my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye, with hurry home drops on her cheek that trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. I'll fix that guitar part at the end. It's non-essential at the moment. It's just a guide. Okay, I dig that. I like that bass line a lot. Okay, let's get some drums. I love it. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. 'Cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree, and tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye, with hurry home drops on her cheek that trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. You'll find I'm full of surprises. This is the inside of my hand, by the way. Oh, that's terrible. I really missed that one. All right. So now, let's see. No. All right, so I'm gonna need to get the drums louder. So I'm going to first, I'm gonna put an auxiliary send to the echo chamber onto them. Auxiliary send. That's too much. Too much of a good thing. Much better. All right, and I'll stick this over here. Da 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 da. Pull my pants up. You know what? I'm gonna untuck my shirt. Who am I trying to impress? Okay. To those of you who are concerned or care about such things, this is an Elisa's Command Mesh kit that I'm playing. All right, so let's play around, see what happens. I know that my microphone is lower now. It's because I'm further away from it. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who place to call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. With hurry home drops on her cheek that trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. Something like that. Well, dude, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a neat beat. Try that with Creedence Clearwater Revival, Looking Out My Back Door. Home from Illinois, lock the front door, oh boy. Got to sit down, take a rest on the porch. Imagination sets in, very soon I'm singing. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Tambourine and elephants are playing in the band. Something like that. Yeah, it does work. Did that count as playing a request? Did that count? Ringo or Phil? I'm a massive Beatles fan. In fact, my album is going to have a very mid '60s feel to it. It's going to have a very Beatles feel to it. Definitely partial to Ringo. Completely different thing. Ringo versus Phil Collins. Completely different. They're on completely different planets. My skill is closer to Ringo's, than Phil's, of course. But that's not saying much. It's like I'm still way behind the curve. Ringo was actually a fantastic drummer. Did you know that Ringo, one of the reasons that people really dog on him is he was left-handed. He was left-handed, and he was forced to play a right-handed kit. That's how he learned to play the drums, was on a right-handed kit, because back then, of course, they tried to convert everyone from being left-handed. So Ringo Starr is actually left-handed, but he plays a right-handed kit. So his style is extremely quirky, because when he goes into fills, it's like he's not leading with his dominant hand. It's yes, exactly. Adudu knows what I'm talking about. Adudu is a drummer by trade. But I love Ringo's style. I think he was very, very creative in using what some people saw as a limitation. I think he really turned it into an asset. You know, and maybe he wasn't the most rockin' drummer, and maybe he would have been a more rockin' drummer if he would have started out playing a left-handed kit. But you know, that's just not what happened. But we got a one-of-a-kind rock and roll drummer out of Ringo Starr. I just love him to death. I think he is one of the few. He's one of the few drummers that if you just isolate the drums on a song, you can usually pick out what song it is. I mean, he never played like the same sort of thing twice. He really played to fit the song. And, you know, he played some of the most iconic drum lines of all time. Yeah, and again, Phil Collins he's in another stratosphere. I mean, that's completely. It's a completely different thing trying to compare the two of them. But I think they are both of them are two of the best drummers that have ever lived. And then we've got Dave Grohl, of course, you know, of Nirvana and Foo Fighters fame. John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. Neil Peart from Rush. That guy stands alone. His kit was like 360 degrees around him, and he would just swivel in his seat and play all the way behind us. He was crazy, and he played with his sticks the other way. Neil Peart played with his sticks backwards. Dave and John. Oh yeah. I think you and I probably agree with Dave Grohl and John Bonham. Very similar drummers. I think Dave Grohl has got John Bonham in his heart. And then there's Ginger Baker. Can't forget Ginger Baker. Cannot forget Ginger Baker. I do not fall into the ranking with any of those guys, and I'm well aware of that, and I don't pretend to. I'm a mediocre, passable drummer. Biggest drum inspirations. Yeah, Dave and John, they're amazing. Amazing guys. Amazing drummers. All right. I'm going to play through this. You know what? I'm going to record it. Because you know what happens. If I do too many rehearsals, it doesn't work. It only works when I'm actually recording. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to play some Genesis songs. Yeah, right. I could sing some Genesis songs, but I can't play the drum lines from them. All right, here we go. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee.
I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. It's my uncle. That wasn't it. That wasn't it, my friends. I think I need to make the guitar a little bit louder in my ears. I think the bass is probably okay. I don't know. What do you think of this beat that I'm doing with this doo-doo? This kind of like, you know, I've got like 3 phases. I'm kind of doing this like Bo Diddley thing. And then the verse is this. You know, kind of like a train thing. And then, I don't know, does it work? Is it anything? Is it something? Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. With hurry home drops on her cheek, it trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Information, please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. I think that was probably okay. My native popular channel viewers are 600, and I'm watching this. Music is what the heart wants. There's 600 and you're watching this.
Well, thanks. That's a big compliment. I really appreciate that. Simo. Simo. I have to remember like Simon. Simo. Simo. All right. I think we're about ready for the pièce de résistance, folks. We are gonna put my 1958 Gibson ES335 clone through my my new Vox half stack here, and we are going to play some country rock and roll now. All right, so let me listen to that back before I leave the drums completely, just to make sure that it sounds passable. I'm not gonna make this perfect because, again, I mean, this isn't going on an album. This is just for fun. We're doing this. Saturdays are for fun. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number. Okay, I don't know if that is... Hold on, let's... This is another cool thing we can do here at Nick Straight Music. I can show you guys my recording software here. Let's pull this up and make sure that it sounded like maybe there's a little bit of latency in there, and I want to check that out and see if I can fix that. I'd like to think that my timing is better than that. Let's chop that off right there. Split clips at cursor position, and then let's go ahead and delete that spot. Okay, let's see if we can get this to line up a little bit better. Oh, that's not better. That's worse. That's what we refer to as worse. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. I think that's better. Yeah, every now and then you'll record a take that, and when you're recording it, it seems like it's totally in time, right? But for some reason, it'll skew by just a couple of milliseconds. So it's handy to be able to just go in and drag that around and fix it. All right, let's go ahead and save that edit. All right, so it's sounds good to me. I'm gonna say let's go ahead and get electric. Well, okay, so that means another camera change. So let's listen to it while I do that. Let's see if I can beat the song. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. With hurry home drops on the cheek that trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old. Information, please. I'm convinced that that's fine. Okay. That sounds... Hold on. Alright. So this is the new amplifier and speaker cabinet combo. It doesn't get much more vintage than this. Alright, so let's find a tone. Alright, so this is Dorothy, by the way. Simo. Gonna be seeing a lot of her. This is a painstakingly recreated 1958 Gibson ES335 clone built by me out of a 2005 Epiphone Dot. She does all kinds of cool things, but she sounds like old. Okay, so I haven't mic'd this cabinet yet. This is my first time micing this. Is that the middle of the speaker? Let's see. Is this working? It is working. Alright. So maybe I need to turn the tone down just a little bit. Yeah, so this does all kinds of cool stuff. And I got some new pedals to go along with it. Of course I have my my cattle and bred Topanga spring reverb. There's something not right with this setup, the way I've got this going. This is, well, that's not, hold on. No, that's gotta be how it is, right? Hold on a second. Is that better? I don't know. Anyway, I've got a nice slapback delay. Something is wrong. Something's wrong. This doesn't sound right. I have no idea what I'm plugged into at this point. Oh Lord, I've completely bypassed my entire pedal chain. Oh my goodness. New toys. This should make a significant difference. I hope. There we go. Now it's got some meat to it. So we got a nice slap back delay. And then we've got my Topanga spring reverb for just a nice little bit of ambiance. Oh, I'm gonna have to change the pattern on this mic. Or just leave it flat. Oh God. And then I've got a really nice new optical tremolo pedal, which is basically the old Fender tremolo in a little box that used to be built into the amps. Now it's in a little box, but it's the same kind of optical tremolo circuit. And when you put them all together, you get, you know. Very Mavy. Mavy? What is Mavy? Wavy, yeah. Alright, so let's get a usable tone here. We're not gonna have the you do not suck at English. Had you not ever told me that like English wasn't your like first language, I would have never questioned it. Like I have oftentimes wondered, because here in America we are not good at second languages. So it just blows my mind that someone that is not a native English speaker is such a good English speaker. I mean that. Oh, okay. You're just joking. Okay. Okay. Lots of video games and movies. Very cool. Yeah, that is a good way. Okay, let me see. See what my input level is here. Okay, so now I can probably mix down on my slapback delay. Okay, and then back to Topanga. So if I swing the mic over here, maybe. Oh God, sorry. That hurt my ears. What is going on here? This is a very different beast than my Fender that I've been using all these years. Oh, come on. Let me turn off my overhead mic for a second. Yeah, a lot of the problem was the bleed over from this mic that made it sound a little bit more tinny. So I'll probably record guitar with this mic off. Let's give it a go. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. I too like games, movies, and English. I mean, yeah. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find a party, trying to get in touch with me.
not leave a number, then I know who plans to call. 'Cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. The hurry home drops on her cheek, the trickle from her eye. Marie's only 6 years old, information please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. Huh? What do we think of that? Maybe I need to do it on the bridge humbucker. Like games, movies, bad English, and Nick Strait music. Thank you, Simon. Appreciate it. Yeah, let's use the bridge pickup. Yeah, let's try it on that pickup. It's a little more lively. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find a party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, and I know who plans to call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. More than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. Hurry home drops on the cheek, it trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old, information please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. Still not quite getting the tone that I want out of this. Which is weird because it sounds killer in the room. With the overhead mic off, see, new toys. I should have figured this out before the stream. I'm going to turn the mic off again. Okay, let's try it using both pickups, but we'll split this the bridge humbucker into a single coil. Okay. We're at just 2 hours now and we're almost done. So I think this is decent work.
What if I... Okay, hold on. Real quick, I'm going to put a slapback delay on the reverb channel. This might be terrible. Just to warn you. Just a little bit. Okay, so let's turn this delay off. Turn this one up. Why are you not working? Oh, because I don't have an auxiliary send on this. Let's see. Send to the Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That makes a huge difference. Okay, now let's get some slap back on. Let's turn the echo chamber off for right now and just get the slap back. Maybe this will be good. Let's see what it's like. So we're just going to run everything through a slapback. Like the old days. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find the party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. 'Cause my uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me in. It got too nasally for some reason. I'm going to turn that off. Got too nasally enabled. Let's go back to the reverb. Okay. And then the delay through my pedal. You can't hear me? Dopey Mane, you can't hear me? You guys can't hear me? Okay, now you can. That's good. Excellent. Thank you. Welcome to the stream, Dopey Mane. You've landed in my studio today. I'm Nick Straight. I'm a musician, obviously. You've caught us on Random Jam Saturday, where I'm just for fun reconstructing an old cover from the early days of rock and roll, from the ground up, playing all the instruments on it. We've been at it about 2 hours. I think we're almost done. I just want to get this guitar on it to get some polish on it. But what I do most of the time is I'm actually recording an entire album live here on Twitch, so you guys can actually watch the entire process from start to finish of me building this album. So we're glad you found us. Definitely give me a follow, and what am I trying to say? Follow me on Instagram too. That's how I keep in touch with you guys. So anyway, welcome to the stream. We've made several new friends today, and we're glad to have you. So today we are working on a song called Memphis. It's a song from 1959, written by Chuck Berry. I just got a new Vox amplifier and speaker stack that I'm working with today. I'm trying to get the tone dialed in on it. There's something not quite right. I'm not getting the sound through. I'm not getting the sound on record that I'm getting in the room. So we will continue to investigate. So anyway, let's see. I'm adjusting the slapback delay on my slapback delay pedal. Let me turn off the reverb. Send. So I'm just hearing the slapback. Alright, let's turn that up. There we go. The sound of the British invasion. Thanks, Adudu. We're getting there. Okay, so that echo that you're hearing right now, this is what they used before they had spring reverb. Which kind of then became the standard, but this is known as a slapback tape delay. So what they did was they actually, in post production, they would double the tape and put like one of the tape heads just a few milliseconds ahead of the other one, and then they would repeat it, and it would make this echo sound. It would give that little bit of an echo. It's artificial, of course. It was artificial back then. You got a real echo when spring reverb came along, and that I can turn my slapback off, and we'll go back to the spring reverb. So it has a little bit of a different nature to it. That's more of that's an actual echo from springs vibrating. So I like to use a combination of the two, slapback and spring. think when you put the two of those effects together, it's really pretty. Like that. So, yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting that nice big full tone to my headphones that I'm getting when I take them off and I hear it just in the room. It's the same microphone that I've been recording my Fender with all these years. Nah, I need that bridge humbucker. I can probably tone both of them down though, especially the spring reverb. And probably turn the slap back down a little bit too. I'll roll the tone off a little bit on the amp too. Okay, let me turn it down a little bit. What did I do with that mouse? It's up here now. I need a better system. Alright, let's do it again. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find a party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who plans to call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with Marie. She's the only one who would phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. Hurry home drops on the cheek, the trickle from her eye. Marie's only Well, if I can't hit that last part, what's the use of any of it? Oh, we're getting closer. Let's run it split. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good. I don't know what it is. It's kind of a sad thing that I've got this beautiful Probucker PAF replica pickup back here. And running it as a humbucker, I just don't like it as much as running it split. You know? And so, you know, whatever works, I guess. All right, I'm just gonna record it with the pickup split. Let's do it. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find a party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who plans to call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge.
and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. We hurry home, drops on her cheek, the trickle from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old, information please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee.
I think that was all right. Let's listen and do a rough mix.
Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find a party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who planned the call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. Hurry home, drops on her cheek, the trickle from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old, information please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee.
I don't know if they did or not. That sounds like something that Zeppelin may have done. A song with a twist about the subject of the song being like a daughter at the end. Yeah, possibly. That sounds like Zepp. Okay, I'm gonna double the solo parts real quick, and then I think it's done. Sounds good. Just gonna double those solo parts. So we've got one in the middle. Okay, and then here as well. Hey, Driscoll Bay, how you doing, my friend? We're just finishing up. Tracking for our version of Memphis, Tennessee by Chuck Berry. And I'm also stretching the legs of my new yeah. It's alright, man. Don't worry about it. It's alright. But yeah, so oh, what did I do? Okay. Hold on. I accidentally deleted one of the solo pieces. Yeah, so I'm stretching the legs of my new amplifier as well. I'm running a Vox MV50, which is their new tube technology. So it's basically a Vox AC30 in a little itty bitty box. Because they figured out how to make vacuum tubes out of like the little tubes that they use for like LCD crystal displays. It feels just like playing a full-size tube. It's like you can't really tell the difference. It responds like a tube. You roll the volume back a bit, and you get nice clean. Then you turn it up and you get the it's very, very touch responsive. So, you can really I love that sound. But anyway, I'm running it through a Vox 212 cabinet that I got as well that has Celestion greenback speakers in it. So it's the real thing. It's real Vox. So yeah, it's got real nice character to it, but it something doesn't sound quite right. I may have to use a different mic on it because this is the mic that I've used forever on my Fender amp, and I think it's just as it's new stuff, so it's going to take time to figure out what the right recording setup for it is, because it sounds fantastic in the room. If I take my headphones off, the amp sounds like it's supposed to sound, but for some reason it's not translating properly through the mic setup. I don't know what the problem is. It's awesome. It's amazing. Anyway, so let's go ahead and have a listen to this. Let's have a listen now that I've got my the solo doubled. Let's see what it's like. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find a party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. Hurry home drops on her cheek, they trickled from her eye. Marie's only 6 years old, information please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. That's all right. Happy with that. It's not perfect, but again, that's not going on an album, so yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out my miking situation for this. Let's see. Name of the band I was in. We were called Union Street. Union Street. Not to be confused with Union Station. That happened a lot. Union Street. We were not the backing band for Alison Krauss. Although that would have been awesome, but we were not. Not Union Station, Union Street. Um, let's see. And the recording sounds great. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's got kind of a hollow sound compared to how, and maybe that's because this is my first time using a 212 cabinet, so it's got two speakers in it. So I don't know if that affects the way that it should be mic'd. Because of course I've just got one mic and I've got it, right in front of one of the speakers. So I don't know. I'll have to experiment with it because this is definitely going to be my new rig. It sounds incredible. I just need to get that to translate to the recording. So new toys. So I have to figure out how they work exactly. Yeah, I like it. I really dig it. Turn my pedals off, turn this off. Yeah, but Union Street was our name. We were active for about 12 years. And we were just really starting to hit our stride and starting to get some really big venues. We played Bloomsday in Spokane, which it's the largest or one of the largest timed foot races in the world. Like that's on the marathon circuit for all of the Olympic distance runners. While they're training. So people come from all over the world to run Bloomsday. They do that every year in May, and we got to play the Bloomsday Festival. That was about 100,000 people. That was absolutely amazing. That's definitely the biggest gig that that we ever played. We got to be so loud. We got to turn our whole. We were set up in this canyon because there's a big river that runs through Spokane, Washington. We were set up down in the canyon, and we had a spotter who, as we were doing our sound check, he went about a mile downriver, and he said he could still hear us fine. we were that loud, and it was just echoing through the canyon. It was amazing. I loved it. That was a great gig. And we played lots of folk festivals and stuff like that. And then we supplemented the big gigs with the coffee shop and bar gigs and stuff like that. We actually had one of the coffee shops in town that we used as like it was just like an open rehearsal space for us. We could show up with our stuff anytime that we wanted to try new songs or anything, and we could just set up and start playing. And it was an awesome way to do a rehearsal and get live feedback from a live audience. Loved that. And then let's see. We played over in Portland once, but we played mostly in the Spokane area and a few gigs in northern Idaho. We did lots of private events and, like I said, mainly festivals. Those were like our big ticket shows. Um, and I miss it a lot. I miss the partnership that I had in that band with Kevin. Um, you guys will definitely hear. In what ways did we try to get our name out? Well, that was before social media really took off. So that was just in the very beginning stages of people really using like Facebook. And I didn't know anything about that at the time. Kevin handled all of our PR and everything. He was great at that. And at the time, I always had like a day job as well at that point. So it was hard for me to be involved with the marketing side of it. But Kevin did a lot of publicizing for us on Facebook and literally just out pounding the pavement, taking our demo CD around to all kinds of places and just being in contact with all kinds of events coordinators and stuff like that. So we were pretty well connected. So like I said, we had our fame, but it was in a very limited geographic area. Like, Kevin and I could go. We could walk into just about any bar downtown or or anything like that, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, it's Union Street. You guys have your guitars?" And sometimes we'd play them like a little impromptu show or something like that. But anyway, but no, I mean we were just. It's a sad story. We were right at that point where we were about to make that transition into something big, and it all fell apart. It was pretty much on me. uh, Kevin was awesome. Can't say a bad thing about the guy, but I made some. I made some choices that were the wrong ones at that time, obviously. But anyway, it feels great to be here, doing this for you guys. And we're making something out of this. So I feel like this is my comeback. And I just saw a very inspiring quote on. Oh, cool! Thanks, Adudu. I'm glad you like hearing the stories. I like telling them. Uh, but anyway, I saw an inspiring bit of information on Instagram today that Bill Withers didn't drop his first album until he was in his 40s, and I had no idea because I've always kind of had this fear that I'm getting too old for this. um, if it's gonna happen, it would have happened already. But nah, because I'm not in my 40s yet. I'm almost there, but I don't feel like it. And I remember when I was like 25, saying, "Oh God, I'm too old," but I kept plugging along, and I'm here now, and that's all that matters, right? I'm here now. I'm getting the music out now, and we're having a good time, and we're building an awesome community here. So I have no regrets. I have some regrets, but I always like to say I like who I am and where I am, and every stupid decision that I've ever made in my life has led me to where I am now. So I can't regret it too much, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm basically healthy. I have diabetes, but I'm pretty healthy for a diabetic. You know, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that stuff anymore, and you know, I'm just me, and I'm happy, and I'm happy about it. So, and I'm happy to share this time and this music with you guys. So, so thank you so much for being here and being on this journey with me. You know, I feel like I'm at the beginning of something that's been a long time coming in my life. So let's listen to this song one more time. Of course, this is not the final mix. It'll sound much better once I get the final mix done. But I think it sounds pretty good. But let's go ahead and listen to it, and then we'll say goodbye for today. Oh my God. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find a party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who placed the call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge. Help me information, more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. The hurry home drops on her cheek, the trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old, information please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, all right. Cool, cool. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and save it. Awesome. Well, that was a good session. That was a good way to end my streaming week. So anyway, so yeah, it's been a good week. We started a new song on Thursday. We're gonna start it over. Trust me. I've had an epiphany. My mind is blown. I've got I've got a new approach that we're going to take to doing Beyond the Words. So on Thursday, we're going to start it over from scratch. And I've got a cool idea. It's going to be kind of the same groove, but it's just I think it's going to have a little more presence than the way that I was doing it last Thursday. So yeah, I'm excited about this coming Thursday. So yeah. So we did that, and then Flight Sim Friday, of course. We had a wonderful flight around the Alps in the Ansaldo SVA9. And then today we recorded Memphis, Tennessee by Chuck Berry. Fairly successful. I'm pleased with it. Is this going to go on my greatest hits? No, but that's okay. We had fun doing it, and that's what matters. Yeah, so this next week, same thing. Let's see. Has Twitch still not emailed you? No. I have one more metric to hit. Before I get affiliate status and I officially become a professional Twitch streamer. It's my average viewership. My average viewership needs to be, and when I first heard about this metric, I'm like, oh, that's easy. It's really not, though. It's, and it sounds so dumb, but it is. In a given 30-day period, you have to average 3 viewers the entire time that you're streaming. So that just has to be your average, you know. So it's like it doesn't seem like it should be that hard, but it is. It is. That's actually pulling in 3 people among all of the other competition that you have on Twitch. Pulling in an average of 3 people to watch you the entire time that you're streaming is a difficult one to hit, especially when you're not, when you're not playing a big name video game, which is what most people are coming to Twitch to see. So as a relatively, I use my phone to add 1 additional viewer. I think they'd catch on to that. I think they would catch on to that. And I'm not overly worried about it. It'll happen. Every time I stream, that number goes up. It does. It has not gone down since I started. It always goes up. I'm at 2.57, and I need to be at 3. So I'm almost there. So every time it goes up just a little bit. But it's like, of course, I have way more than 3 viewers anytime that I'm streaming. Sometimes we'll get a raiding party and there will be 20 people in here at once. But, if they only stay for, 15 minutes to an hour or something like that, it's like that helps. But just because I had 20 viewers at one point and I held them for a while, over the length of the stream, the average starts to dwindle. And I've had people say, well, why don't you make your streams shorter? Well, yeah, I could do that, but the like 2 to 3 hours feels good for me, and I feel like the longer that I'm on the stream, the more chance people have to find us. So again, it's it's like a slow burn. I could just wait until I got 20 people in here and then end the stream after 15 minutes, and then I was like, oh wow, your average is like 15 viewers now. Well, that's not real though, so thanks, Driscoll Pay. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Um, I think you would have to have separate accounts for each of those as well, um, but yeah, it's okay, because that means that in Twitch's eyes, they will allow me to start making money doing this if I'm doing something that's cool enough that three that an average of 3 people want to watch me anytime that I'm going. Um, so that number means something to them. I don't know what it is exactly, but that number means something to them. To get to the next level, partner, you have to have an average of 75 viewers. So it's like, you know, the entry affiliate level, is quite a bit lower than the partner level, and that's where you get into the upper echelons and you're really making a lot of money on Twitch. And we'll get there eventually too, by the way. I'm not worried about that. But for some reason, being able to hold an average of 3 people the entire time that you're on stream, that means something to Twitch. That means that they're willing to start, allowing you to monetize, to make money. And that means that somehow I'm making money for them at that point. Um, so I'll be proud of myself. I'll be proud of myself when I get there. Just got called out. I missed it. What did I say? Oh, geez. Okay. Have a good flight, Driscoll Bay. Fly safe, man. That's cool. I'm excited for you. Have a safe flight. Enjoy. Love you, man. Take care. We'll see you next time. But anyway, so yammer. I'm just yammering on, and my average is probably starting to dwindle at this point because I'm just, we're losing people, and I just stand here and I keep talking. But anyway, this is what I like to do. And the people that are here like it too. So I'm gonna keep doing that. And eventually it'll get to where it needs to be. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm just seeing that message. We welcome new people to the family almost every stream, it feels like. Yeah, that's true. Just about every time now, especially when we're doing a music stream. The Flight Sim Friday is, it's not as popular, but that's okay. It's a nice break for me. I enjoy it. So I'm going to keep doing that, even if it does hurt my stats a little bit. That's my yes, a passion project. Perfect. Well said. Yeah, absolutely. So, but yeah, we're just gonna keep on keeping on, and we'll get there. But it's like even now at this point where I'm not an affiliate yet, and just to put on these 3 shows a day, it is a full-time job. So I am going to be proud of the work that I'm doing. And that, I already feel like I have something to show for it, guys. It's not all about, I'm not just here to try to make money. Although that would be nice. That would be nice, but I mean, really, I already have something to show for it, I've made good friends, I've made good music, I've made music on the stream with you guys watching that we'll all be able to enjoy, forever. So we're already it's already worth it. It's already worth it, and I'm going to keep doing it. So maybe the cats can attract more people. Yeah, cats are very popular on the internet. They are. So yeah, maybe I can train them to come in here and do some tricks or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I would like to think that they would help me if they understood what it was that I was doing, but I don't know. You never know with cats. Anyway, so it'll all be good. It'll all be good. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm not going anywhere. And we'll get to where we're supposed to be eventually, and we'll get there together. I mean that. I can't do it without you guys. So, anyway, well, we met a few new people today, and we got 2 new official members of the Nick Straight Music family. Bad Sam 08 and Simo Samus. Simo is what we call you, my friend. Simo. So welcome, you guys. Oh, and just a few seconds ago, we got Mariana C84. Wow. Hello. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? You caught me just as I was signing off. You didn't get to hear any of the music. Hey, there you are. How are you doing today? How long have you been here? See, this is why I do this. And this is why I just stay on the stream talking. Because the longer I'm here, the more people we meet. You've been a while? Okay, cool. So you've just been listening to me talking. Have you heard any of the music? Did you hear the music? Just lurking while I'm on mom duties. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm glad to have you here. I don't know what you saw and what you didn't. But anyway, I'm Nick Straight. we're happy to have you here on the stream. I'm recording an album in real time here on Twitch. I don't know if anybody else is doing that, but I thought it'd be a cool concept that I wanted to try. And I started this about 3 months ago, and we've developed quite a family. We're calling it a family. It's a community, but it also has a real family vibe. So welcome to the stream. Hope that we get to see lots of you. Yeah, we're doing some special stuff here on Nick Straight Music. See all those instruments. Love the Chuck Berry title. So I'm sure I'll love your music. Oh yeah. Do you want me to play you what I recorded today? I don't know if you got to hear that or not. You've just been listening to me talking, which apparently is entertaining enough to get you to follow me. So maybe I'll do a just chatting someday, where we just sit around and talk. Okay, let me play for you what I just. And this is me on all of the instruments, and we did this just today, just in the last couple of hours, from scratch. Here we go. Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. I'm trying to find a party, trying to get in touch with me. She would not leave a number, but I know who plans to call. My uncle took the message and he wrote it on the wall. Help me information, get in touch with my Marie. She's the only one who'd phone me here from Memphis, Tennessee. Her home is on the south side, high up on the ridge, just a half a mile from the Mississippi Bridge.
affection more than that I cannot add. Only that I miss her and all the fun we had. We were pulled apart because her mom did not agree. Tore apart our happy home in Memphis, Tennessee. Last time I saw Marie, she was waving me goodbye. The hurry home drops on her cheek, they trickled from her eye. Marie is only 6 years old, information please. Try and put me through to her in Memphis, Tennessee. Yay! Cool, good. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, so every Saturday I do what we call Random Jam Saturdays, and I usually put a poll up so that you guys can vote on whether I just play you guys a mini concert, because I'm actually a singer-songwriter. I don't actually play a whole lot of covers. I play my own music, which is kind of similar to this. It's very vintage sounding. And so I kind of let you guys vote on, whether I'm just going to sit and play you guys some tunes or whether I'm going to do a cover song like this. But on Thursdays, I do my actual studio recording session, and I have the camera on while I'm doing that. So you guys can watch me in real time as I create this album, which I will release at the end of this project. So anyway, so Thursdays, and then Fridays are kind of weird because I used to be a pilot as well, and so I love airplanes. And so as my moderator and good friend Adudu8 pointed out just a minute ago, it's a passion project for me. So on Fridays I do Flight Sim Friday, where I'm currently doing a series called The History of Flight with Nick Strait, where I'm taking you guys on old historical flights and old historical airplanes in my flight simulator, which is it's been a whole lot of fun. I know it's weird to get something like that on a channel called Nick Strait Music, which is mostly devoted to music. It's kind of random, but hey, whatever works, right? So you caught us on the last day of the streaming week, so definitely hope that we see you. And your husband is a musician, so that's very, very cool. Is he in a band, or what does he do? I'm pausing for your answer. I feel like when I pause for answers, sometimes I should play like the Jeopardy music or something like that. Not because I'm trying to hurry anyone along, but just to kind of fill the silence. Like do 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 do. Oh, that's true. Where could we get some music? Where could we get some music from? Where could we get music to fill this silence? God. It's just so brain breaking.
It's like, why can't things just be easy? Why can't I just, like, be in a room with guitars hanging all over the walls and maybe one hanging around my neck that I could just make music with. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dreams do come true. I'd have to turn it all back on again. And actually just involves hitting one switch and pushing a button. Well, obviously that's not true. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. I think something's going to blow up. Hold on. Well, what the heck? I had my guitar unplugged. There we go. They do. Check this out. Well, you wake up in the morning, hear the work bell ring, and then you march her to the table, see the same old thing. There's no food up on the table. There's no pork up in the pan. But you better not complain, boy. You get in trouble with the man. Hello, Korosh04. How are you doing? I'm Nick Straight, and I was in the middle of signing off, but awesome people keep showing up. Like yourself. How are you doing today? By Driving Towards the Daylight by Joe Bonamassa. I can't actually. Hold on, let me. Let me turn this all off. Let me leave you guys with an actual proper song. Woo. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm sorry, I just realized that you guys probably heard a very loud pop. Turn the pad on. Let's see. Yeah, we just finished a Chuck Berry song. Anyway, I'm Nick Straight. Welcome to the stream. This is my studio. For the past 3 months or so, I've been recording an album here live on Twitch in real time. And you guys have been able to watch that entire process. Saturdays, however, is Random Jam Saturday, where we just kind of play random songs. So I'm going to play you a random song. I actually don't play a lot of cover tunes. Let me see here. Yeah, this will work. I mostly play my own music. Let me put that guitar back in the middle. That should be okay. Before I go, I will play you guys a song. This is a song of mine called Bigger Than Me. Can you hear the guitar okay? It sounds a little quiet. Yeah. I'm going to turn the guitar up a little bit because I had it set for a different type of guitar earlier. Okay. Standing alone at the edge of the sea is a strapping young man who reminds me of me. He came from his home in the far distant hills. His soul, like the ocean, would never be still. And all that I have, and all that I am, I have lying here in the palm of my hand. Palm of my hands. His restlessness shows, his hunger still grows. He's leaving, they're watching him go. And when he returns, he will no longer be the boy, but the man he was longing to be. If they can see, they can't understand the power he holds in the palms of his hands. The palms of his hands. Standing outside on the edge of the sand, step forward, step backwards, we all walk the line between here and the magic that makes me believe in something much bigger than me. Good, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sounding aloud like a horn through the fog, this beacon of lightning that pulls him along. The love of his woman, the touch of a dove, exploding like passion from heaven above. And all that I need and all that I'll be is here in this moment between you and me. Between you and me.
When something is nothing, it's harder to see. But nothing is where you expect it to be. Like beauty that stabs through the heart of the night. This ocean of shadows must come to the light. Nevertheless, nevermore, you must find the strength to leap out from the shore. Leap out from the shore. Standing outside on the edge of design. Step forward, step backwards. We all walk the line between here and the magic that makes me believe in something. Standing outside on the edge of design. Step forward, step backwards. We all walk the line between here and the magic that makes me believe in something. Standing outside on the edge of design. Step forward, step backwards. We all walk the line between here and the magic that makes me believe in something, something much bigger than me. Standing alone at the edge of the sea is a strapping young man who reminds me of me. Thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. I think I had way too much reverb on, but anyway, thank you for joining the family. And I feel like that is most enjoyable thing at 4 a.m. Oh, good. I'm glad that I am either your late night entertainment or your early morning entertainment, depending on what kind of a day you've had, because I have certainly had both, where 4 a.m. is late night. I've also had times when 4 a.m. is early in the morning. So late night, okay. So you're probably pretty tired, ready to go to bed. Let me see if I can play a little lullaby for you or something before you guys go to sleep. Let's see. This is another song of mine called, when is the album coming out? Whenever it gets done. That's the best answer that I have. This song is called Cocoon. This will be my last tune. This will be my last tune. And then I'll do my sign off again, and I'll do something for you guys during the ending credits, as per the new usual.
This is called Cocoon. Perched high in a tree, lost in a dream, I spin my silk around me. Deep in the leaves, these emerald leaves abound. They will sustain me. And someday soon, I burst from my cocoon. All that's within and all that's without becomes one. And all that you know and all that you doubt becomes one. And someday soon, I burst from my cocoon. Fly away, your wings are made to glide on the breeze. You've hit the wall to heed the call of what you must be. And now you are free. A coward is he who only accepts what he is given, but faithful is he who questions the answers they give him. And someday soon, I burst from my cocoon. Now's the time when you get high, go climb a tree, looking down from all around. What can you see? And now you are free. And someday soon, I'll burst from my cocoon. Real music, as real as it gets. I try. I try. So anyway, Korosh, am I saying your name correctly? That's very important to me. You guys are all part of my family, so I want to make sure that I can say your names properly. Korosh. All right, you don't get much of it these days. There's a little bit of it every now and then. Korosh. Korosh, like that? Korosh? Or Korosh? 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 Oh my God. Oh my God, it's still plugged in. Oh my God, hold on. What do I unplug first? What do I turn off? Oh my God, hold on. Courage. Courage. Yeah, so this is also part unintentional comedy hour as well. I think I can unplug it now. Courage. Courage. Yeah, kinda. Courage. Courage. It's hard to explain in English. Okay. Um, I'm sorry. It's Farsi. Ah, excellent. Farsi is a very beautiful language. I have. Oh, you're Persian. Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of Persian friends actually. So yes, I think Farsi is a very, very beautiful language. I'm very close to a lot of Persians. You're wonderful people. um, yeah. So, anyway, well, Korosh, if that's an acceptable way for me to pronounce it, um, welcome to the family. Ask them if you want more details about my name. Okay, I definitely will. I'll be talking to them. I'll be talking to them on Tuesday to some of them. So I'll definitely ask them. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I do 3 streams a week: Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I don't know where you are exactly, so I don't know what time zone you're in. So it's just easiest to say 8 p.m. GMT. So that kind of covers everybody. So yeah, so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Anyway, so I think that about covers it. So I said a lot in my previous attempted um, sign off. I'm gonna do a real sign off now. Um, you're plus 3.5 hours Greenwich Mean Time. Okay, so that means that I start at like almost midnight for you. Um, I hope that works out. I hope that we're able to see you more often, because we love making new friends here. We make lots of new friends every stream, so we're glad to have you as part of the team. So anyway, yeah, geez, we've made so many new friends today. Let's see. It's always fun. Okay, cool. Um, anyway, so yeah, we've made tons of new friends today. Simo Samus, um, Kurash 04, Bad Sam 08, Mariana C84. Yes, great for nighttime lullabies. Yes, I can I can sing you to sleep. So anyway, um, yeah, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support. It's so good to come and hang out with you guys. I'll miss you until Thursday, but remember, you guys can always whisper me if you need to, or Karash, you need to know. Follow me on Instagram if you can, because that's how I communicate with you guys the easiest. That way, I can let everybody know what's going on all at the same time. Because there's a lot of us now. There's a lot of us here now at Nick Straight Music, so it's a very easy way to communicate with each other. So yeah, I hope to catch you later as well, Kurosh. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. So anyway, yeah, we had a very successful stream. We got a song done as promised. Yeah. So again, like I said, I'll miss you guys until next Thursday. But like I said, you can always send me a whisper, get me through Instagram if you guys ever have anything that you need me to know. I try to respond to everybody's DMs. I do my best. But know that when I'm not with you, I am planning for the next stream. This is my life now, and I love it. So anyway, love you guys all dearly. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. We love you with all our hearts, and we want you to be around for as long as possible. So please take care of yourselves. Take care of those around you. And I wish all of you nothing but peace, love, joy, happiness, all the good things. All right. Yeah, you can hear Nori meowing. He wants in. I better go see what he wants. So anyway, to everybody that's still on stream, Doodoo8, Karasho4, love you guys dearly. To anyone that I've missed thanking today, I'm so sorry. It's not because I don't love you, and we'll get you next time. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Attention, all you high-class social climbers, play your games. Meet the man that works the clock from 9 to 5 each day. Though you sign my paychecks, buddy, you ain't no mystic sage. Your signature ain't worth the ink you leave upon the page. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're heading towards the morning, and you can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking down your nose at me, you think you're something else. You must think I'm the dog that drools each time you ring the bell. Well, I am not your servant of its most unholy kind. I am just a messenger here to free your minds. You will not ignore me, I'll meet you in the morning. I think it's time you had a look at the other side of life. Can't you see the warnings? We're headed towards the morning, and you can't stop the sun that shines a brand new kind of light. Oh, 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 oh. One day soon the sun will rise upon this human race. We'll see all the beauty that surrounds us in this place. It's not from all the things you buy with money you have earned. It's how you treat the people with the love that you have learned.